So the third tip is to hear success stories, right? And of course, one of the most famous success stories around innovation is James Dyson. As a 39-year-old, he was building essentially a wheelbarrow that had a ball as the front wheel instead of a tire, and he was trying to paint the forks of that wheelbarrow, and he was losing lots of paint. So he thought, okay, what can I do here? Asked around. He found out that the very professional painters would actually have a cyclone vacuum extractor. He thought, oh, I've seen one of those. He had a timber mill just down the road. So he went down and had a look, jumped over the fence, took some measurements, built himself one of those in the back of his yard for his wheelbarrow project. And then about the same time, and this is how insights happen all the time, it's a connection of ideas, his wife and him buy a Hoover vacuum cleaner, and they're not happy with it. The bag, gets filled up, the dust gets stuck in the bag. And he has the idea that maybe he can use these cyclone vacuums to do it. So he builds himself a cardboard version of it, a little prototype, shows that it actually works. And then he sets about actually building the actual machine. Takes him over 5,000 prototypes over 3 years. And then, of course, when he does it, no one's interested in it. He has to build his own company, eventually gets his own funding, and, of course, the rest is history. But you got to hear these stories to sort of see all the ins and outs. And that was the short telling. I mean, the long telling is, all sorts of things to consider in terms of what happens actually with James Dyson.